This video presentation is brought to you by the Pro Mathematics Academy. Welcome back to our series on the arithmetic progression / AP. Right, and in this video we'll be looking at simultaneous equations under this topic. Okay, so here I have a brief description of this general situation. So once we're solving simultaneous equations under AP, we're typically given the x term, right, which I can call a sub x, and we are given the y term, right, and then you may be asked to find the common difference, the first term, or another term, which I can call a sub z. So here I'm going to write down a sub y, which is the second term you're given, right? And if we think about it from the previous videos we've been doing, I can write down a sub x as a sub 1 plus x minus 1 times the common difference, and a sub y is equal to a sub 1 plus y minus 1 times the common difference. Okay, so if we look at this, what we might recognize here is that we have a system of equations which can allow us to solve for a sub. We can solve for the first term and we can solve for the common difference, right? So let's make a note of that. Okay, and once we have the first term and the common difference, we're able to find the z term. All right, so let's take an example. Here we'll say that the 17th term of an AP is 360, and the 40th term of the AP is 659. Find the 20th term. Okay, so let's write down the information in sequence form. So here we have a sub 17 equals 360 and a sub 40 equals 659. Okay, so from here we can write down the equation as follows. We can say that 360 is equal to a sub 1 plus 16 times d, which is the common difference. Okay, how did I get 16 here? Recall that once we know the subscript of or the index of the term, we should take that index minus 1 and times it by the common difference. Okay, so here I can say that 659 is equal to a sub 1 plus 39 times d, and here the 39 should ring a bell because we're also looking at a sub 40. So 40 minus 1 is 39, and we have that expression. Okay, so here we've written down the two equations which can help us to solve for d and a, right? So here I'll make a note and call this simultaneous equations. Okay, we have a system of simultaneous equations there, and so what we now need to do is we need to solve for a and d. All right, so we're going to be using the method of elimination, and we can subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So this means we will now take 659, take away 360, which is equal to a sub 1 minus a sub 1 plus 39 d minus 16d, and this leaves us with, let's jump over to my calculator here. So that is 659 minus 360. We end up with 299 equals 0 plus 39 minus 16. That gives us 23. So we have 23d. And so if we take 299 and divide by 23, this is equal to d, right? I jump over to my calculator. 299 divided by 23, and the answer here is 13. So we've managed to find d. D is equal to 13. Okay, now we can substitute this d into any of the equations from before. So I'll take equation 1. So this means we have the first term unknown plus 16 times d. Okay, so now we know what D is. D is actually 13, so we can say that 360 is equal to a sub 1 plus 16 times 13. Okay, and I go back to my calculator again. 16 times 13 is equal to 208, so this means 360 is equal to a sub 1 plus 208. So this means that 360 minus 208 is equal to a sub 1, which means that, okay, we go to our calculator and we get 360 minus 208, that's equal to 152. 152 is equal to a sub 1. Okay, so now to find a sub 20, we use our equation a sub n is equal to the first term plus n minus 1 times d. And we have all the information we need here, so this means a sub 20 is equal to a sub 1 plus 19 times d. So I plug in my unknowns here. The first term is 152 plus 19 times 13. This is equal to, so let's do that, 19 times 13 equals 247. So I have 152 plus 247. So this means that if I add this on my calculator, 247 plus 152, I end up with 399. And this is a typical example where we're using the information to form a simultaneous equation system and finding the end term for arithmetic progressions. That is it for this video. Please remember to hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe for future post notification.